Now, residents of Masalachi in Tangaza local government area in Sokoto State have reported seeing terrorists fleeing forest.
So guys, you can see that some northerners have started giving information that these terror guys have started fleeing their position in Sokoto. They are now running away. But guess what? America is targeting them wherever they are going to be hiding. Now, take a look at this headline here. It says, American ISR aircraft has returned to Nigeria's northeast to monitor ISWAP activity following recent airstrike. Many people were wondering, why did America just bomb Sokoto instead of Borno? I tell you, these people have intelligence. It is just recently we got to know that the northern leaders, Mieti Allah and some traditional rulers, came together to invite Lukarawa to come help them fight bandits. So guys, the north has messed up security in Nigeria. Now, take a look at this headline. This headline says, the district head of Bale in Gudu local government together with the district head of Gongono in Tangaza local government met with Alhaji Bello Wamako, the then chairman of Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, and discussed how to tackle Zamfara bandits. The traditional ruler continued. They finally reached the conclusion to hire Lukarawa from Mali in order to deal with Zamfara bandits. So northern leaders, traditional rulers, Mieti Allah, which is the Fulani Cattle Headers Association, they came together and went and hired Lukarawa, a terrorist, a more sophisticated terrorist organization to help them fight bandits. This headline is from Premium Times, dated 27th of December 2025. That was yesterday. So guys, you can see what we are seeing here. The northerners hired Lukarawa, a stronger terrorist organization, to help them fight bandits. This happened in Zamfara Sokoto axis. So when US went there, US actually know what they were looking for, and the US said they targeted ISIS. So we have ISIS there, we have Lukarawa who are helping them to fight bandits as they claim. So guys, the north has messed up security in this country. Now take a look at this other headline here. This one here says, forest guards will be deployed to insecurity hotspots for intelligence gathering, says Ribadu. Ribadu has set up about 7,000. From this headline, it says the NSA, let me read a little part of it. It says, no, Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, says newly recruited operative of the Nigerian Forest Guards will be deployed immediately to insecurity hotspots across the country. We don't know where Ribadu got these people from. Ribadu recruited these people without Nigerian people's knowledge. Who knows that they were recruiting forest guards? This might just be more of Fulani, extremists. Now, Ribadu said they have trained forest guard. They are going to deploy them across the country. Nigerians, this is where everything is going to scatter at this point. Now, this article went ahead to say the NSA spoke on Saturday, that was yesterday, at the graduation ceremony of at least 7,000 new forest guards who completed 3 months of training. So guys, we don't know where these people are coming from. They say they are going to be distributing them across the state. How do you monopolize security? A Fulani man will be doing forest guards in Imo State. A Fulani man will be doing forest guards in Enugu State. Nigerians, make this clear to me. I don't understand. Anyway, guys, let me just allow you to take a look at the video that talks about, the terror guys fleeing their strongholds because they are scared of more strikes coming from Donald Trump. But let me know what you think about all these headlines that I've just talked about. Don't forget that the Tinubu's government said they have contacted Turkey for help after Gumi asked Tinubu to cut every cooperation with the United States and seek help from Pakistan and Turkey to solve the insecurity problem in Nigeria. And guess what? The federal government say, okay, we have gone to Turkey to seek for help. Now, let me know what you think about all this. Now, take a look at some of these videos I've got for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.
Now, residents of Masalachi in Tangaza local government area in Sokoto State have reported seeing terrorists fleeing forest after attacks by the United States. The Nigerian government and the United States had struck several forests, including Kawuri, Kamdam, and Malgam, where the Lakura terrorists are based. Reports say several of the terrorists were killed and their properties destroyed. Arise News Chief Correspondent Ferdinand Duroa is in Masalachi to give us update. Thank you for joining us, Ferdinand. Bring us up to speed on what's going on right there.
All right, thank you so much. And yes, it is the sojourner to ensure that we get exactly the details of what happened on Christmas Day. In the last 48 hours, well, we have been going around Sokoto State, well, particularly to places where did feel the effect. And yes, we went to Jabo in Tambowa local government area, and today we are in Tangasa, where we can confirm to you that is indeed the hub of Lakurawa activities here in Sokoto State. Now we are talking about where the attacks were indeed meant to hit, and we can confirm that yes, the locations were struck. Now we've spoken to some of the villagers, and also some of the traders, because this is a route. After here, from this point, you cross over, and then it leads on to Niger Republic, well then leads on to Ghana, leads on to Burkina Faso, leads on to Mali. And from exactly what they've told us, well, they've told us exactly how much travelers from the Sahel, well, you want to call them travelers, or how much migrants from the Sahel have indeed been a destruction to the community, where there's so much fear in the air, so much fear in the air. But then from what they've told us, well, they can confirm that yes, clearance activities are taking place just behind us in some of the forest. Well, they mentioned the Kawuri forest, and then also they mentioned the is it Malgam forest, where the actions place, talking about the strikes. And then also some gentlemen told us about the movements of terrorists. Now, they actually described how they had moved from one part of the forest, where they call the north, to, of course, another place. So that's the situation. Well, I'm not alone. I've indeed made this journey with our correspondent, who indeed is on ground here in Sokoto State with me. Nasiru, please join me, and let's indeed take a look at this situation.
Yeah, thank you, Ferdinand.
Well, we wouldn't want to say it's a revelation that was made, because these are some of the stories that you have reported, including the activities of those coming from the Sahel, who indeed come in, cause disruptions, and go away. But then the only situation right now is that, yes, this is the first time that we're getting pictures in Tangasa since that attack on Christmas Day.
Exactly, Mr. Ferdinand. Yeah. Tangaza has a very complicated security situation where the Lakura operated, and also they have bandit, and also a kind of a tribal conflict between the houses and the Fulani. But the coming of the Lakura in 2024, they've been here since 2018, and they've been disrupting the livestock of people. That is what they specialize in rustling animals. But with this attack, this bombardment from the U.S. government on Christmas Day, the villagers really confirmed that, the U.S. airstrike hit the target, because they could confirm that people are moving from Kawuri, Kandam, Malgam, where the Lakura have their base, and even are very, very comfortable digging a borehole and even a well to make it a permanent camp. That particular place has been hit by this attack. Yeah.
Just to interrupt you, well, I think that's one of the revelations from this. We're talking about how much development they say have taken place in some of these settlements in the forest. They talk about boreholes being built.
Exactly.
Talk about wells being dug by terrorists.
Yeah.
And then who indeed come out to cause commotion, cause problems, make it difficult for the people to indeed, have a normal lifestyle, rear cattle, steal, kidnap, and of course go away.
Exactly. They waited until your farm produce are ready for harvest, and they start coming. Either they kidnap and to ask you to sell your farm produce. And in most instances, this farm produce, you have to pay levy to harvest. And after you pay levy, they also come for you. They kidnap the breadwinners in the home, and they know you cannot allow your father or your breadwinners to be with them. You have to pay. So the community here have suffered a lot. I could tell you history of what has been happening. I could remember in 2020, the DPO of Tangaza was killed right inside the police divisional headquarters. 6 other police officers were killed also. And in 2021, to just paint the tribal conflict perspective of it, 6 Fulani persons officially reported were killed. But well, situation here, it's a bit complicated. At a point, the Lakora were even helping the locals to push back the bandit. That was when some local government officials actually confirmed that they have a hand in inviting the Lakora into the community. But at a point, that period, the Lakora were serving as reformers in a way, trying to instill a kind of of religion of their own, trying to regulate people, try to regulate what you wear, what you eat, what you drink, and at the point they became a problem.
Well, some of the historical perspectives to it, but then the news is that yes, before now there have been worries, there have been discussions, and then about trying to get that confirmation concerning the attack. But we can indeed confirm to you precise attacks on some of those locations, and of course it did cause plenty of havoc.
Very good. Ferdinand and Nasser, I've got a question for you. It's one thing to have these strikes, but there's a need to consolidate on whatever achievements you may have gained here. Okay, the reports we're getting that you're just giving us is that some of these terrorists are leaving some of these localities, as it were. Do we have a plan, a sort of plan with the Nigerian troops, perhaps moving in and consolidate their hold on those regions that has been, unquote, maybe liberated, and at least have a military presence there on ground? It's not just to have these strikes and then leave the place the way it is, and they come back again. So are you hearing any word on that?
Definitely. For about, I think 2 days ago, the defense headquarters did put out a statement talking about some kind of clearance operations, and then also personally I have reached out, spoken to a couple of them, and yes, I did get the same information. Now, for some reasons, we were giving some advice about moving further, though we've been able to get some very interesting pictures, but the truth is, there is need for consolidation, and that's because lots of people are beginning to talk about what might happen after now. There are confirmations that they have been able to, they are leaving their bases, and what it means is that they might be looking for some other places to go resettle, and that's even because the community themselves, they want to use this opportunity to come together, rally themselves together, and then for some of the institutions that are not really working, they want to enhance these institutions and then ensure that, yes, they begin to get things like intelligence so that they can indeed help the authorities. Well, beyond that, people are asking what exactly is going to happen right after now. Now, from what we gathered, we gathered that these persons, somehow they have been so integrated into the society that in some places that they have even married some of their daughters. And so lots of people are beginning to say, okay, this is perhaps a time when we can begin to go into their houses, go into those places who are related with them, and then begin to dig in for more information. So there's a whole lot that needs to happen after now. It is one thing to have these strikes, but definitely the government and of course the military must consolidate on this.
Indeed, we must consolidate on this and ensure that people can feel safe again in the community. Thank you so much for the update, Ferdinand Duroa, Arise News Chief Correspondent there in Sokoto.
Listen, guys, there is a lot of agenda flying around this morning. Nicki Minaj is getting dragged. The timeline is streaming how Trump is invading Nigeria for the mineral resources and invading AES. I've seen all this. But I need to clear up something, or at least speak my mind as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, because the gaslighting is too much. I don't see this energy when Christians are being slaughtered and killed on daily basis in this country. First off, can you guys stop the car? You keep shouting that they are coming for our oil. Are you even looking at the map? The airstrike happened in the northwest, specifically Sokoto and Zamfara. There is no oil there. The oil is in the southern part of Nigeria. So if the US wanted the oil, why would they be bombing the north? Make it make sense. Secondly, why are you guys sounding like you are defending these terrorists? The strike wasn't on innocent civilians. It was on the Islamic terrorists, the bandits, and the ISIS. For years, we've been enduring this group kidnapping the people, attacking the church, and raping our young girls. This isn't about resources, it's about safety. And for the woke crowd out there screaming about casualties, I have not seen any report of innocent civilians being attacked. I see reports of Lakuara and ISWAP camps being taken out. Even the Nigerian government admitted the sign off on this. So, trying to save the face of the people who terrorize you just because you want to push that America and Trump is bad narrative. And let me tell you, if you don't live here, if you are not one of the victims or related to these people, then your opinion doesn't really matter right now. I see a lot of people are confused of how ISIS is actually in Nigeria. So let me explain it to you. When the officials said ISIS in Nigeria, they are not talking about foreigners invading us. They are talking about ISWAP, which is the Islamic State of West African Province, and a dangerous new group in the northwest called Lakurawa. These guys are not just bandits, they are a franchise. They broke away from Boko Haram to join a global network. And guess what? They just don't kill people, they govern. They seize territories, they impose their own laws, Christian villages and clergy specifically. This is an organized province of global caliphate. And for 20 years, we've been lying to ourselves that we can solve this with a conversation. Here is the problem. We think every issue can be solved by a roundtable discussion, but the US have learned the lesson on 9/11 that Nigeria is just learning now. You cannot negotiate with someone who wants you dead. Imagine you were back in secondary school. There is a bully who steals your lunch money every day. If you say, please, let us be friends, does he stop? Fuck no. He laughs at you, he steals your lunch money, he steals your transportation money because he sees you as a weak person. But the day you wait for him at the gate and punch him in the nose, you don't say a word, you just fight back. That is demonstration. The next time he sees you, he won't see a victim, he will see a consequence. Al Qaeda and ISIS don't want a meeting, they want a caliphate. You cannot talk a bully out of being a bully. You have to stop them. And people are asking, why Sokoto? Why Bono? This is the critical part. You need to understand the history of Nigeria. Borno State is just a battlefield. Sokoto is the seat of the caliphate. Historically, Sokoto represents the center of Islamic rule in West Africa. The terrorists are not fighting for the land. They are fighting to restore a religious empire. If you cut out the branches, which is Borno State, they grow back. But the US understand that if you want to kill a tree, you have to strike the root, the ideology center, which happens to be Sokoto State. They are using the ungoverned spaces in Sokoto and the Niger border to smuggle weapons. When Trump ordered those strikes, he wasn't attacking the north. He was attacking the bunkers where they hide. So where does this lead us? We are a country of two complete different ideologies, forcing ourselves to share a room.
So guys, let's quickly take a look at some of the trending headlines on the social media. I have here a headline where Sheikh Gumi said, I advise Nigerian authorities to send the American ambassador to Nigeria back to his country and cut diplomatic ties with them. They chased Trump away in every country he went. How can you invite the biggest criminal in the world to help you fight criminals? So guys, so Sheikh Gumi is now agreeing that criminals, these bandits are criminals. But you know, he always tell you that they are not criminals, they just need to be negotiated, that the government has not taken care of them. So guys, it still baffles me how Sheikh Gumi commands the Tinubu's government on what to do and what not to do. I'm still so shocked, you know. Sheikh Gumi is really in charge of Nigeria and not Tinubu, you know. Sheikh Gumi is in charge of Nigeria, not Tinubu. And there's no way you convince me that Tinubu is in charge of this country. I can't believe that Tinubu is in charge. I mean, Sheikh Gumi is in charge of this country. In case you don't know, Sheikh Gumi is totally in charge. So guys, I'm just going to be reading this. Now, Sheikh Gumi is in charge. Let's see how Nigerians are reacting to this Sheikh Gumi's post. Sheikh Gumi say he has told the Nigerian government to send back, you know, to send back the American whatever, you know. Let's see, to send back the so guys, a whole lot is happening. Sheikh Gumi say Nigeria should go and seek for help from Turkey. Now Turkey is being accused to be sending arms to Boko Haram fighters. A whole lot is happening. Turkey supplies arms to Boko Haram fighters. Islam is not a religion of peace. Islam is a religion of war, and most Muslims don't understand the true nature of Islam. This coming from the son of Hamas. And this other person here said, God, please let Trump not to bomb Sokoto again. Arewa source say they want Israel. This person say no, you can't bomb terrorists on Christmas. The father of all terrorists in Nigeria is crying. So guys, a whole lot is happening when it comes to Sheikh Gumi, and some of these northern youths are daring Gumi. Some of them are calling him a terrorist, you know, that he is a terrorist. That, you know, he's a terrorist, that they said he was in the military, he gained experience, and see what he's using his experience for. Now he has his children in the Nigerian military. So a particular guy has made a video saying Sheikh Gumi should be sent out of the Nigerian military, you know, because, and not Sheikh Gumi, his children should be sent out of the Nigerian military because they are going to follow their father's pattern. You come in, you gain all the information, you now leave and start working with the terrorists. I'm just wondering, who is shielding Sheikh Gumi? Nigerians, who is shielding Sheikh Gumi? Tinubu has left Nigeria, even in the midst of US bomber being seen flying in Nigeria. I think Israel and America joint force should start taking out the sponsors of terrorism and jihadists in Nigeria, one after another. Real Trump, can you please do something about this man? So guys, Nigerians, they vex. They want to wage their jihad in peace, but America is standing in their way. And this other person here say, you advise the Nigerian authorities as who? You advise the Nigerian authorities to send America ambassadors to Nigeria back to their country, so he does not expose all your evil. Yeah, Gumi, what do you have in your cupboard? You should be exposed. Saudi Arabia deported you. Honestly, I'm really so shocked that Sheikh Gumi sees all these things and nothing happens. Nigerians, this is reckless and dangerous rhetoric. Instead of standing with victims of terror, you attack allies and excuse the real criminal destroying Nigeria. Many Nigerians don't see the comments as consistently sympathetic to bandits, while innocent people are dying daily. This evil man, they kill people, get money by negotiating for Fulani kidnappers, and he's calling Trump the biggest criminal, saying same way they label nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist, but they are the ones terrorizing innocent, useless, hopeless Nigeria who have refused to reason. So guys, from everything now, I'm not sure Nnamdi Kanu is coming out anytime soon, because I don't think Tinubu is the one holding Nnamdi Kanu. This man is proving that he is a terrorist supporter, but APC government keeps protecting him. He is even the president. You made a mistake to have, you know, made him. This person shared a poster of Tinubu being president, and then Gumi is the vice president. So guys, this is what we are seeing. This is just what we are seeing. This person here said, this Sheikh guy is doing more without saying anything. He's obviously protecting than saving. In case you don't know, US surveillance drone is still monitoring. I can't, but I can bet you this, he's really scared when I never see anything. Okay, I can bet you this, he's really scared. Okay, and this person, Gumi will cry blood until he dies with the terrorists he has been negotiating for. US already sent its ambassador back, prevent Nigerian elites from procuring visas, designate Nigeria as CPC, and began firing missiles at terrorist camps. Xmas blast is just the first. Wait for more. Okay, this guy gave an information. He said Gumi will cry blood until he dies with the terrorists he has been negotiating for. The US already sent its ambassador back, preventing Nigeria elites from procuring visa, designating Nigeria as CPC, and began firing missiles at terrorist camps. Xmas blast is just the first. Wait for more. He that the gods will destroy, he will first make them mad. So guys, Sheikh Gumi is saying he has instructed the Tinubu's government to send the ambassador of America that is in Nigeria back to the US and cut every ties with the US, that Trump is a criminal and you can't fight a criminal using another criminal. Now it's getting clearer. Turkey supplying arms to Boko Haram when Trump declared Nigeria a country of particular concern. Where did this terrorist sympathizer travel to? Turkey? Terrorists are our brothers, negotiate with them, blah blah blah. This is now making sense. So guys, this other person here say, check out the Islamic countries that partner with US on business and security, and show me where your north is when they speak on development. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, Egypt. Which part of these countries have you heard terrorists collecting tax from their communities? You know? And this other one here says nobody should be offended. Terrorists don't have religion, right? These terrorists bombed by US airstrike are very lucky. By now, they must have finished 10th round with the first 10 vigil. This person says terrorist identity with terrorists. Terrorist identifies with terrorists. So guys, these reactions are coming after Sheikh Gumi was seen in a video speaking in Hausa, but somebody interpreted it here. This is what Sheikh Gumi said. I have advised Nigerian authority to send the American ambassador to Nigeria back to his country and cut diplomatic ties with them. They chased Trump away in every country he went. How can you invite the biggest criminal in the world to help you fight criminal? Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi is saying chase Trump away. That, a whole lot is happening in this country, honestly. A whole lot is happening. I don't know where Sheikh Gumi is getting his audacity from. I don't know where. The way he talks, as if he's the one that gives Tinubu command that he follows, a whole lot is happening. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. Now, there is this video of Edo State governors, former Edo State governor Obaseke's younger brother, Pedro Obaseke. He went to UK and made a statement, and because of that statement, they almost spied him. The youths went and dragged him, naked him. They were dragging him to Oba Palace to go and bow. And they really need, Oba is a learned person. Why will he allow this kind of talks around his kingdom? Honestly, this is so wrong. This is very, very wrong. There's no leadership. In short, Nigeria, just pray that nothing goes wrong with you, because nobody will come to your rescue. The way they drag this guy from wherever and drag him to Oba's palace, no police interfered, nobody came to his rescue. Thank God they didn't kill him. He said some of them even had guns. Anyway, guys, I'll just end it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.